Alrighty, all done. I think we've done a pretty good job here at smoothing out my complete and utter addiction to Hondas. We've even got a Suzuki over here, my old go-kart up there that had a Subaru engine. I think we're looking pretty good. Well, g'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life, and thanks to the very kind courtesy of a number of my viewers, I've had the pleasure of driving a vast number of Accord Euros on this channel. Everything from Euro Rs to Type S's to autos to manuals, 2.4s, 2 litres, diesels, wagons, sedans, first gens, second gens, the lot. And today I wanted to discuss my thoughts on all the different variants of Accord Euros that are available on the marketplace, and which ones I think are hot garbage and which ones I think you should purchase. The Accord Euro was manufactured from 2003 to 2015 over 2 different generations and was available as a sedan and a wagon. Now the first generation was available with 6 different engines, and they were the K20A, K20A6, N22A1, K24A4, K24A3, K24A2, and 3 different transmission options, a 5-speed manual, a 6-speed manual, and a 5-speed automatic. First, the sedans. The CL7 has front-wheel drive in a K20, CL8 has all-wheel drive in a K20, CL9 has a K24, and the CN1 has an N22 diesel. Now the wagons. The CM1 has a K20, CM2 has front-wheel drive in a K24, CM3 has all-wheel drive in a K24, and the CN2 has an N22 diesel. Now you'll notice that in that list there's a few chassis codes in there that share multiple engines, like for instance CL7. In short, it refers to any Accord Euro sedan with a 2-litre engine. So that can refer to either the basic K20A6 powered Accord Euro that you get in Japan, or it can refer to the K20A powered Accord Euro R. Completely different cars, but they share the same chassis code because they both have a K20. Likewise, CL9 can refer to either the K24A3 powered Accord that gets sent around most of the world like what I have, or it can refer to the slightly more specialised K24A2 powered Accord Type S that they get in Japan, and Acura TSX that they get in the States. And it's the same story with the wagon. CN2 is basically the wagon version of the CL9. It's a wagon with a K24, and thus, as you would have seen before, it can refer to either the horrible base, low redline, low compression, low power output K24A4 that I would never recommend you purchase, or it can refer to the K24A3 powered Accord Tour that gets sent around most of the world, or it can refer to the Accord Type S wagon with the K24A2, and I happened to film a video with one of them recently, so if you want to check that out, then click up here. The second generation Accord Euro has 5 different engine choices, and they were the R20A3, N22B for the automatic diesels, N22B2 for the manual diesels, an equally powerful to the K24A2 but less tunable K24Z3, and a TSX only V6. The 2 transmission options were a 6-speed manual or a 5-speed automatic. The sedans are known as the CU1, 2, 3 and 4, and the tours are known as the CW1, 2 and 3. Nice and easy. So now you're up to speed on all the different variants and engines that came in the first and second gen Accord Euros. Now I want to talk about which one is going to suit your situation best. First off, if you're looking for a performance car to modify, naturally you're going to want something that has A, manual transmission, and B, an engine that has the ability to actually get some good gains out of. And so you're going to be looking at either the K20A or one of the high performance K24s, which is the A3, the A2 and the Z3. All of these engines have fantastic aftermarket support, and if you pair them up with a header, intake, larger throttle body, manifold, exhaust, 50-degree VTC, a reflash, and whatever other hot garbo you want to throw on the pile, you have genuine ability to make a solid 20, 30, 40, 50 kilowatt, even on a naturally aspirated engine, over what the stock amount is. And what you'll end up with is a car basically like mine that can surprise a lot of very powerful cars and has a very punchy, potent, visceral, high-revving, naturally aspirated engine that is an absolute joy to use. Of the cars that feature these engines, the standout ones are obviously the Accord Euro R, but if that car is not available in your country,
then one of the high performance K24 cars will be just as good, if not better, because you have a bit of extra displacement to work with. If on the other hand you're looking for an inexpensive, fun car that you don't have that much interest in heavily modifying and you're okay with it being automatic, then there are a few more options. I genuinely enjoy driving CU2s and CW2s with the paddle shifters, and even automatic CL9s with just the Tiptronic mode down here can be a lot of fun too. The CU3 Type S with the high output diesel engine would probably also be a lot of fun to drive as well. Really the only ones that probably won't be that fun to drive are the base diesel and the base 2 litre and 2.4 petrol ones, because let's be honest, the engines in those cars are just a little bit sad. If you just want a daily driver that's going to get you to and from work in sheer comfort and still getting decent fuel consumption, then I cannot recommend a second gen Accord Euro with either the K24 or the diesel enough. I used to have one of the petrol ones, and literally you could drive that thing for hours on end, get out and you would feel as fresh as a bee with a bum full of honey. What's more, it's come direct out of Honda's golden era of reliability, and I genuinely think it is one of the nicest cars that Honda has ever put on sale in New Zealand. And with them getting sort of, 10 years old now, finding a cheap one is easy peasy. Finally, if you're looking for a family car that's going to be reliable, practical and great for the kids, then you can't go wrong with a first gen Tourer. They are absolutely massive inside. What's odd about them though is that while the second gen sedan is quite a bit bigger than the first gen sedan, the second gen Tourers have a thimble for a boot and back seat room that's only good for kids with no legs. The second gen sedans can be good too, but they suffer from the same backseat problems as the Tourers, so they're not much good for backseat passengers, and so I've been told the way the back seats sort of contour by the doors makes it a little bit challenging to fit child seats in there. But overall, while some variants of the Accord Euro are certainly better than others, all of them have come out of what I reckon is Honda's best era for reliability and build quality, something that can't really be said for a lot of their newer models. So long as you keep on top of the maintenance and watch out for common issues like power steering pumps and CV joints, I'd be surprised if they ever let you down. So there we go, hopefully that's given you an idea of what all the different variants of the Accord Euro are like. And if you want to see me taking my Accord from a daily driver to a backroad barnstormer, then click on this playlist that's popping up over here. And if you want to see me comparing my CL9 first gen with a CU2 second gen, then click over here. And I will look forward to seeing you again next time.